We're going to get started in just a few minutes. Looking forward to hanging out tonight. Going to get started here in just a little while. Be sure to share the stream out on social media. Hi, and welcome to Creator Fundamentals. My name is Dan Currier, and it is my mission to simplify YouTube so you and I can grow together. Welcome, everybody, to the Wednesday night live stream. For those of you who may be new to the live stream, we do this every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you are new, consider clicking that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you don't miss a thing. Also, we're trying out a little bit of a different setup tonight, so I want you to let me know how the audio and video looks and also whether the audio and video is synced. I may need to adjust the offset on the audio, and I need your help to do that, so definitely let me know if my mouth is moving faster or slower than the audio is reaching you, so we can adjust that, because that can get kind of annoying if it's off. So great to be here once again. As I mentioned, Wednesday nights, see a lot of people out there in the chat. For some reason, it is excessively warm in this room right now, and I have no idea why. But hopefully we'll be able to bear through that for the next hour or so. But definitely let me know about the audio, because I know when this particular setup, and we'll talk about this setup and one of the ways that you can do this, which I actually find to be a little bit easier than the way that I've done this in the past. And I I think it looks, I think the lighting's all right at the moment, but definitely let me know your thoughts, good or bad, on how this looks and sounds and whether or not we are synced on the audio, and we're good to go. So a couple things I want to talk about tonight real quick before I forget. For those of you who do not know, I am actually hosting a conference in Albany, New York on May 2nd and 3rd called People of Video. People of Video brings the industry's top experts to Albany, New York to share their tips and strategies, the kind of things that they can't necessarily share on their channels, to you in person live. We have an amazing group of speakers that are coming to Albany, including Nick Nimmin, Tim Schmoyer, video creators, Brian G. Johnson, Cody Warner, Vanessa Lau, Judy Fox from LinkedIn, all kinds of amazing speakers, Roberto Blake, all are going to meet us in Albany, New York on May 2nd and 3rd. It's a Saturday and Sunday to drop some serious knowledge and help all of us build our channels and grow a business around our content. So if that interests you, I would definitely try to find a way to come hang out with us in Albany. Let's see, where is, I think I have a little something to share on that note. And why don't you check this out? So that's People of Video. Hopefully you can come hang out with us. For tickets, you can go to peopleofvideo.com. Check out the details there. Make reservations for your hotel and come hang out with us for a couple days. It's going to be an awesome time. Really looking forward to getting everybody together and learning how we can all develop our content and our channels to grow here on YouTube and through online video in general. So Theotopics, I applied to be a volunteer. When should I expect to hear back? Very, very soon. I actually have to reach out to the person who is organizing that for me and double check on that, make sure they are going to reach out. I did send an email a while back to kind of clarify some information. So I don't know if you saw that from me. Just some specific details, trying to make sure that the people who signed up weren't still interested and they understood exactly what it looked like. So if you didn't get that email, you should see something. We're going to send something out real soon to all of the people who signed up to be volunteers. If you're interested in volunteering, meaning coming to the event and actually working behind the scenes at the event, that will get you into the event for free. You are required to pay your own hotel and travel to get there, and you would be volunteering, helping in any way that we need help to pull off the best conference we can pull off. So if that's something that you're interested in, again, peopleofvideo.com, click on the volunteers link at the top of the page and follow those details, enter your information, and we'll be getting back to you soon. Inside the Lab, PC Tech, super excited to be an attendee at the first annual POV. It's awesome, man. I am so glad you're going to come and hang out with us. I just went to New York City this past weekend. We do a thing out there. It started as a New York City video mastermind. It was me and Dan Norton and Ross Brand and Jay Liebs and John DeStefano of You Do It. And that had evolved into New York City creators or video creator meetups. And we just had one, like I said, this past Saturday, I guess it was, a group of 21 people. It was a great time, and just an opportunity to pick each other's brains and kind of share what we're all trying to do. And it's great to get in a room with like-minded creators and just have conversations that you're not going to be able to have online. So it should be a fantastic time. History, Treehouse, blizzard warning. Oh yeah, I saw there was southwestern New York had a blizzard warning starting in a few hours. Till thankful people of video will be during spring. Yeah, it will be in May. I tried to find that sweet spot in there before it got too hot, but after hopefully all the winter weather has passed us by, I figure by May it should be well gone. So we'll see how if we're blessed with nice weather in May. Here, let me check the topics just real quick. I want to see here. Make sure I see you on the list. Also, if any of you have, if any of you guys use Android phones, let me know in the chat, because I might have a favor to ask you guys. So if you just type Android in the chat if you use some type of Android phone. And while we're doing that, I got to pull up real quick. Volunteer information. There it is. The topics, would I see that possibly under a different name? Because I don't see you on... Oh, wait, let me check here. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong. We will take a peek. Oh, there you are. Okay, I found you. Yeah, so we'll be getting back to everybody here. I think we have about 16 people who've signed up to be volunteers so far. And then we will reach out to you and get all the details, get everybody squared away, get t-shirt sizes, and stuff like that, so we can get everything lined up and let everybody know exactly what we're going to need people, need help with as far as the volunteers go. So I mentioned that I'm doing things a little bit differently tonight. I'm actually using the new live stream setup in YouTube Studio. Up until this live stream, I've actually had been using the event setup on the old Creator Studio. So this was the first time I decided I was actually going to schedule the event through the new interface, and so far it has gone pretty smoothly. I didn't know exactly where everything was, but it was fairly intuitive and a lot more streamlined, a lot easier to do some of the things that you need to do to set up a live stream. So expect a video in the very near future of how to live stream on YouTube 2020 edition, because I'm going to cover all of the specifics, the information that I've learned doing this for the first time on here. So, hey, let me just jump in the chat real quick. I'm kind of behind in saying hi to everybody out in the chat. Let's see. We have Kristen McNutt, YouTube channel. How can I get the community tab? Community tab, I believe. What are the requirements on the community tab? I think it might... I got to look into that, because I feel like it was all over the place. And it might be 1,000 subscribers, or part of the YouTube Partner Program. I honestly don't remember at this point, but we can figure that out. Family history fanatics. in the chat as well. We have 9 Bits, Muhammad Foot U, UGP Vlogs, Malhin Mal, Just Bent Fishing, Inside the Lab, PC Tech, who is a brand new Creator Crew member, member of Creator Fundamentals. And if you guys want to help support Creator Fundamentals, there is the join option right next to that subscribe button on all the videos, including this live stream. There's a bunch of different tiers in there, and definitely appreciate your support. Going to be using those different membership levels to give out some additional content, do live streams for... I turned on this Android phone to test the App Store, and it just keeps making noise at me. But the members are going to be... okay, so... Interesting. We'll get to that Android thing here in just a moment, but going to be able to do some cool stuff through the membership section on the site. So, and Inside the Labs is our newest member, and I believe there were some other members in there as well. We have Zugamugo out there, Cougar Owens, Chasing America, Alexander Gaming, and I'm LXU. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that, but the topics out there, of course. We were just chatting. Benny Camarada Jr. is out there as well. Good to see you. We have, let's see, scrolling here, Ridge Mallory, Baggers and Brews. Good to see you, my friends. Channel is going to be Johnny Cray Cray out there as well. And let's see, who did I miss here? Fully Involved Media Group, another member of Creator Fundamentals and the Creator Crew. Good to see you. And let's see, Mad Gonzilla Comedy. We have Saki's History Treehouse out there, who is waiting on a pending blizzard. Gearsy out there as well. Good to see you. Do you think editing video description, title, or changing the thumbnail affects views during the first 24 hours? I definitely wouldn't get into messing with the title. I mean, unless you just completely messed up the title, I probably wouldn't mess with that. I haven't found any significant interruption by making changes to like the description or going in and adding end screens or cards or anything like that. But I would imagine that if you change the title and the thumbnail, you could potentially kind of recategorize that video or give YouTube a different idea of what that video is about and who you're targeting. So I try to get all that locked down before it went live. I mean, if you made a mistake, like you forgot a "the" or something, or there was a typo, you can fix that without any interference with the video. All right, here. And Sarah Dawn out there as well. And we're scrolling. Let's see, where did they change? So that's interesting. So in this new interface, and I'll have to make sure that I cover this in the video, it has live chat and all the analytics and stuff for the actual live stream on one screen. But one of the things that I noticed is that when you click the 3 dots next to somebody's name, you no longer have the option to go to their channel. That's kind of a big omission. I think that should definitely be there because it's a very handy feature to be able to quickly pull somebody up. Thank goodness I'm not doing channel reviews, or that would have made that whole process really hard. Because you can't, it would be a royal pain to get to somebody's, get to their stuff quickly. So that's kind of interesting. Now, the one thing that may cut down on are live streams that are big sub for sub factories. And, I actually just did a video about this. It's going to be coming out soon. But an unfortunate trend that's happening on YouTube are these live streams where basically it's just like a big hype engine and everybody gets in the live stream and then they start encouraging people to subscribe to other people's channels. Those are not good for your channel. That is not a good practice. Hyping people up just so they'll all mass subscribe to one single channel is just an awful idea. It might help the people who are doing the live stream grow a channel, but it's certainly not going to have any positive impact on the channels that they are artificially inflating by encouraging people to subscribe. So not having the ability to click on somebody and go to their channel is definitely going to cut down on that with this new interface. So that'll be an interesting thing to see exactly how that unfolds. But I'm curious if that's why they left that out, to cut down on the ability to just massive, go to people's channels and subscribe to them as quickly as possible. So that is definitely interesting and something that I want to look into farther when I make the video on it. As a viewer, I still get go to channel, so it might just be the broadcaster's M. Oh, well, see, that's a thing too. Hey, Dale, what's going on? Self-publishing with Dale is in the house. Good to see you, sir. Wow, the good thing I don't use Android, because this thing just has a bunch of random noises. It just sits here. So that's good to know. Sarah Dawn says that the end users still have it. So in that case, it's just kind of, hopefully it's just an omission then, because it, you can't, I would think it would be, at the very least, it'd be important for the people who are doing the live stream to be able to get to people's channels. And right now, when I go into this, I can't actually go to anybody's channel. I have report, remove, put in timeout, hide user, and add moderator. So, yeah, just one of those things. So, whoops. Let's see. There we go. Dale, Self-Publishing with Dale, who just entered the chat, by the way, is the MC at People of Video, the conference that I'm hosting in Albany, New York on May 2nd and 3rd. Get your tickets at peopleofvideo.com. So we're looking forward to hanging out with him. I'm also going to be hanging out with him. I am speaking at VidFest, which is part of PodFest, which is down in Orlando in March. I'll be down there with him as well, so it'll be good to see Dale in person. Let's see. My click-through rate is 3.3. We'll have to keep an eye on that ability to go to people's channels, because I'm a little, if it's intentional and this is the latest version of the stuff that they're doing, it will be interesting. But the one positive thing on the chat is there's no most relevant / live chat, because that nonsense is just completely annoying. Stuart Video, welcome to the live stream. I was just about to get to you in the chat and I got sidetracked. I had the opportunity. Stuart was actually at the New York City video meetup that we had. Thank you so much for becoming a member of Creator Fundamentals as well. I appreciate it. All right. Dates of the Orlando event. So it is, let me pull that up. The Orlando event is, where's my darn calendar? There it is. It is March. So I think they advertise PodFest as March 6th through the 8th, but VidFest, which is the video portion that I'm speaking at, is actually the 5th and the 6th, March 5th and 6th. So that's VidFest. That's where you can get your ticket just to VidFest, or I think if you get like the VIP ticket to PodFest, it includes VidFest. But I'll actually be speaking at VidFest on March 6th. In Orlando, Florida. You can go to vidfestexpo.com for all the details on that particular event. That is actually the first speaking gig for me in this particular environment. I used to do presentations from the stage in the corporate world, but for as far as YouTube goes, that's the first time I'm going to be taking the stage. So if you want to see how I do, definitely come hang out with us at VidFest down in Orlando. All right. Sarah Dawn, sadly, I can't make people a video this year. It ended up being a conflict with another event. Which event are you heading to? Always curious what the conflicts are, because we got lucky because I had to pick a date and get it scheduled. So we were able to squeeze it in around some other things, which was good. But there's definitely there's a conference the weekend before. And I know at least one of our speakers actually has a conference out in California I think it's in California, that they have to attend. And then they're actually flying straight from there to People of Video. So Nick Nimmin, who is a keynote speaker at People of Video, I think he's in the States now. I'm not sure if he's staying in the States between now and May, but he's got some other stuff that's going on in the States as well. For those of you who don't know, Nick Nimmin lives in Thailand. So Sci-Fi Con. Cool. All right. Hey, Michael Kinney, another speaker at People of Video. Great to see you, sir. Welcome to the live stream. Hanging out tonight, answering questions. Hey, if you guys have any questions, any YouTube-related questions or People of Video questions or anything, any other type of question, make sure you tag at Creator Fundamentals in the chat. I'll do my best to identify or to get to those questions. I do like this live chat. It's a little bit easier because I don't know. It's still got that blue arrow at the bottom. But the good thing is when you scroll, it's a smooth scroll. It never jumps to the bottom, even with the blue. Ooh, I do like this chat. This is some major improvement, guys. For those of you who know my nemesis, it's the chat where you start to scroll down. It decides you want to be at the bottom, so it throws you there and skips a bunch. This is super smooth. All right. All right, we got there. Oh, this is beautiful. Digging this chat, other than the fact that I can't link to somebody's channel directly. All right. You get to hide. All right, where are we at here? All right, and scrolling. Aaron Jemison in the chat. Good to see you, sir. All right. And good channel, can't seem to get eyes. How do I get more views? So, yeah, see, it's really annoying. I can't go to people's channels, so guess we're not doing that this evening. If we buy, so we aren't actually doing the virtual tickets anymore. We were originally going to do them, and the logistics of trying to pull off live streaming at the first event proved to be more of a headache than we really wanted to bring on. So we decided to focus our efforts elsewhere. The goal is to record the event and offer the opportunity to buy the replays. But in terms of watching it live remotely, we won't be doing that. But hopefully we'll have all the videos available shortly after the event, so you guys can check that out if you're somewhere where you're not able to attend. And I definitely recommend it. Definitely affordable to be able to get the knowledge from all those amazing speakers. Let's see here. So when you have a smaller channel and you are trying to get views, it's important to understand that YouTube needs to figure out exactly what you're about and then find the viewers who might be interested in that type of content. Remember that YouTube is not going out and trying to find people to watch your videos. They are trying to find content that viewers want to watch. It's important to understand that they are focused on feeding content to viewers once they learn what a viewer is interested in. That takes time in terms of YouTube understanding what your particular content is all about. That can definitely take some time and effort. And there's definitely one of the biggest ways to be able to get that ball rolling is making content, searchable content that people can locate when they come to YouTube to answer a question or solve a problem or whatever it is that they're looking for. A lot of times people will come to YouTube. There are some that are just going to passively browse YouTube on the home screen. Other people will come to YouTube and they'll type something in based on what they're interested in seeing. So anytime you have the opportunity to target search, then you're going to be able to get more views coming in. Now, the one thing that stands out about your channel is that on the surface, it looks like your initial impression is that it might be for kids, but then you quickly realize that the topics that you're covering on that channel are definitely not kid friendly. So it's kind of an interesting combination there. I would try, I don't know, if dumb joke of the day is actually something people search for. Try to figure out how you can incorporate or take a look at the kind of stuff that people are actually searching for in an effort to get your videos in front of their eyes. Love the new RV Facebook page logo. Thanks so much. Yeah, I just kind of did a whole rebranding on that group. And it's been growing really well. I think we're closing in on 900 members on that. So, that's going to be a lot of fun. And I actually I don't have them in there. I actually just had stickers made up for that group as well. All right, I see some tags here. Let me just double check and make sure I didn't miss anybody. And I really have no idea why it's so warm in this house at the moment. Let's see. Creator Fundamentals from Ridge Mallory. Can you recommend anyone that does paid channel reviews? I feel like my quality of my videos are definitely there. However, my growth is incredibly slow. So one of the biggest things that so here's my personal opinion on video quality. And not everybody may want to hear this, but it's kind of how I feel, so I'm going to let you know. If anytime you look at your own content and your reaction is, yeah, I make good content, then I don't know if you really don't want to ever get into that mindset is basically the best way to say that. You always want to be striving to improve. Once you get into the mindset of my content's good, YouTube doesn't like me, or why am I not getting views? It's not my fault because my content's good. It just puts you in a bad place because you've already decided that it's some external factor and it's not your actual content that's causing the problem. But the reality is that YouTube does, they share content based on the viewer reaction. So I would do take a look at your content in terms of what you're focused on and how people are actually reacting to it. Take a look at your average view duration and your click-through rate, and really get an understanding of what your strengths are, what your channel is completely focused on. Like your title, Ridge Mallory, My Journey to Wealth. Is it an educational channel? Are you teaching people the lessons that you're learning along the way? Or is it more of a vlog style? Those kind of things can all come into play. Let's see here. So it takes a really long time to do a, kind of a personality channel. And when your channel is you-centric, like most of these people who come to your channel, they don't know who you are. Why do they care about your journey to wealth? What you may want to consider is, how do you brand in such a way that you are inviting people to come to your channel to learn what you've been learning? And I think one of the ways that you can do that is think about how you can kind of sharing the lessons learned through my journey to wealth or something to that, but it's very you focused. And the average person going by that, I don't care what Ridge Mallory's path to wealth looks like. I'm trying to figure out how to do stuff for me. And that can certainly play into whether or not people are checking out your videos. And again, going back to that idea that you want to do searchable content, like your last video, why can't I save? I mean, you do have the good thumbnail there with the facial expression and all that, but because of the size of the channel, so I'm just scrolling through your videos here just as an example. Stop spending on payday, 5 rules of gold, don't let addictions keep you from your dreams, my goal for this channel, merch. I feel like you have an opportunity to really focus in on, become more focused. And I feel like this stuff, while it's all money related, is not necessarily as focused as it could be. So, like, make unbreakable New Year's resolutions. Nothing in that speaks to somebody who is trying to discover wealth. Debt, 4 tips to manage it. Again, focus on searchable content. Find those keyword phrases that people are actually looking for, like how to get out of debt versus debt, 4 tips to manage it. Nobody's probably typing that in that way. And the more that you can be relevant with the search terms that people are going out and looking for, the more luck you're going to have with actually growing your channel. A lot of people like to come out and be like, hey, suggested video, it's the way to go. Make all your videos, try to follow trends and all that. The reality is that's extremely difficult for a small channel to do. It's much easier for a small channel that's starting out to focus on searchable content and get videos that are going to trickle in views and grow over time versus a video that's got one shot to impress people and then it's gone because your audience didn't respond to it or you didn't have enough of an audience to create a reaction, and then it's just gone because YouTube has no idea who to show it to, and the people who did or didn't watch it didn't give any signals to that end. Whereas somebody, if it was showing up in search and you were targeting something specific like how to get out of debt, then you would have that continuous traffic, albeit smaller because certain search terms are going to be a lot harder to rank for smaller channels, but you can kind of hone in on a little piece of that traffic and, how to get out of debt, by saving, or how to get, you basically type in that keyword phrase, you hit space, and you see what all the longer tail options are of what people are actually searching for. So if we did, just as an example, how to get out of debt, and then you hit space, it's how to get out of debt on a low income, how to get out of debt fast, how to get out of debt Dave Ramsey, how to get out of debt with no money, how to get out of debt when you're broke. You pick one of those that has lower competition, that you can target a particular keyword phrase of things that people are actually searching for, and then you start to get those views that trickle in. You start to get some momentum, and because they're evergreen, searchable content, they continue to provide for your channel, and it kind of makes the effort that you're putting in magnified because all of those videos continue to give you views, whereas some of these topics, the way that you have them now, are just going to fizzle a little bit with your existing audience and then disappear, never to be found again. And you definitely don't want that when your focus is trying to grow your channel. Let's see here. Michael Kinney, what's the process for scheduling live streams in the new interface? So I'm actually going, now that I've done it for the first time here, I'm actually going to do a video on this because I'm actually digging this new interface. I think it's pretty straightforward, and I like the way that it works. And there's some oddities, but there's also some improvements. So I'm definitely going to make a video. I might even make it tonight after I finish this live stream, just so I can get all these details in there. But I'm trying to detangle myself from my cord. Does anybody have that problem? No matter where you put the cord on headphones, you think you're sitting still, but 20 minutes later, it's wrapped around both feet of your chair, and every time you move, you like rip it off your head, or it's stuck around the arm of the chair. Let me know in the comments if that happens to you, because I feel like I can never escape this thing, and it's always in the wrong place. All right, we got that. Baggers and Brews, is it worth filming in 4K? Does the algorithm recognize it? You know, I think the algorithm does, in fact, promote 4K content. I actually saw a video, which I thought was interesting. One of the things that I was ranking for in search, I noticed a video that most likely had less watch time on a smaller channel that was actually ranking higher to me. And the one thing that I did notice about that channel was the fact that the video itself was 4K. But I do believe it is on record that YouTube promotes 4K over other content types. I personally don't do 4K yet. It may or may not be something that I dive into. I guess I could shoot in 4K, but I don't know. Maybe having a lower resolution on this might be a good thing for my career. I don't know if the world wants to see this in 4K, but yeah, I mean, there's definitely advantages. There's also some disadvantages. It's obviously going to take you a little bit longer to edit it and all that. So definitely no downsides as long as you're patient on the edit side. But I do believe that it does give you a little bit of a bump with regards to the algorithm in terms of how YouTube looks at it. All right, let's see. Let me get back down here. A little crafty. I would love to talk to you offline. Get to the point in the video in the first 8 seconds. Little Crafty says, in this video. Yeah, see, that's something that I've been like, I've done so much how-to content that my hooks have literally been kind of a recap of the title. In this video, we're going to show you how to change a flat tire on your YouTube channel. Do you think that the new Creator Studio is better than the old? I'm stuck between which one to use, since sometimes I get annoying bugs on the new one. RMV6, I would say get used to using the new one because the old one's going away. So if you have apprehension about using it, the only way that you're going to get more comfortable with it is spending as much time as you can in it. And because you're soon not going to have the opportunity to use either one, I'd get in the new one, figure out where everything is. That's one of the reasons that I finally did this live stream in the new interface, because pretty soon I'm not going to have a choice. So I'd rather do this in the new version and make sure that I got all the bugs ironed out before they take the old version away, and get more comfortable in this. So definitely I would focus on the newer version, figure out all the stuff. And if you happen to not know where something is, I know this guy. His name's Creator Fundamentals, and he does this YouTube channel where he covers things like how to use the new YouTube Studio in 2020, or how to use the new YouTube video editor in 2020. So I would definitely check on those videos. I think they might be able to show you where everything is. And if there is something that you can't find, definitely let me know on the channel, perhaps on one of those videos, and I'll be sure to include it in a future video. All right. All right, so some people entered the chat late, and, you know, I am just a, you know, selfish promoter, and I definitely want all you guys to know about the conference, to come hang out at the conference. It's going to be such a good time. So you should really check this out one more time for all the people who came into the live stream late. That pumps me up for people of video, even with the sound off. All right. So as you might have seen, May 2nd and 3rd, you still got plenty of time to prepare. Come hang out with myself, Roberto Blake, Nick Nimmin, Brian G. Johnson, Tim Schmoyer from Video Creators. We got Cody Warner, Meredith Marsh from VidPro Mom. We have Judy Fox from LinkedIn, Renee Teeley. We have Denise Allison. All kinds of amazing people. Dale L. Roberts is in the chat, and the MC at People of Video. So, hey, Justin, good to see you, man. We got about 15 minutes left, so you didn't totally miss it. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. You might have just missed the shameless plug for People of Video, but other than that, we're still hanging out for a little while. DJ Talks, that's completely up to you. I would try to figure out, usually when I first started doing live streams, I kind of let the audience give me some indicators of how long I should do a live stream. Ultimately, to the point, I was doing 3-hour live streams for quite a while. I would actually start my live stream at 9 o'clock at night, and then I would do the live stream from 9 till midnight. With that idea of trying to let people, you know, see what people were looking for and how long they wanted to hang out. After a while, though, to prevent burnout, I then had to, you know, give myself some consideration in that equation and trim them down to the 1 hour that I do now, just because those live streams, especially back when I was doing channel reviews, they would just carry on forever because people would trickle in at the end and ask for channel reviews, and it would just get long and complicated. So I would try to find a sweet spot between what your audience is interested in. If you try to do an hour and people start to bail a half hour after, maybe you need to do a half-hour live stream. You know, kind of play it out, pick a time, you know, start with a half hour, an hour, whatever you're comfortable with, see how it goes, spend some time doing that, you know, make sure it fits into your schedule and that you're able to do whatever your theme is, whether you're actually doing live streams on a particular topic. One of the things that I'm trying to do, or one of the plans for this live stream, is to move into covering actual topics during the live stream as well. But for the longest time, we've done them, which just Q&A and let you guys kind of control the topics for the hour. So the topics, I'm at 102 subscribers. My views are low now. I used to post 3 videos a week. Now I think I'll post 1 a week with hopes of getting my views up. Any thoughts on this strategy? I don't know that there is necessarily a sweet spot or a right answer for how many videos per week is going to get you the results. I will tell you, there are definitely ebbs and flows on YouTube. I know there have been times when I have ramped up my video production and seen results. And I've also seen cases where I've put out extra videos and had my overall views go down. So it's kind of a funny thing. I think ultimately the most important thing with your video schedule is obviously ambition is good and find, do the most you can, but at the same time, do it in a way that works with your life and your schedule, because it doesn't do any good to try to get into a schedule that that's just going to burn you out. So find something that's comfortable for you, that works, that you can be consistent at. And I think that's the best approach to figuring out exactly how many videos you should be making in a given week. John Spike Explorers, welcome to the live stream. All right, got about 13 minutes left. So if you do have any questions, be sure to tag at Creator Fundamentals, and we'll try to get those answered before we end this evening. Also, let me know what time it is where you are right now, and let me know what time would be better for you to attend a live stream. One of the things that I was talking about recently, like, would weekends for live streams be better for you guys? Let me know in the chat. If you would prefer to have a weekend live stream, I'd love to know that, because one of the things that has been an interesting change for my channel is that starting in September, which is when people go back to school, but historically the last few years, I've had a channel that's been stronger during the week and had kind of quieted down on weekends. Recently, it seems like my weekends have been picking up and the weeks have been lower. So if you'd prefer a weekend live stream, or there's a particular time of day when you think the live stream would work better, let me know. I'm always interested in knowing. I have noticed a difference even moving from 9 back to 8. So we'll definitely be interested in hearing when the best time is for you guys. Extreme Marimbas. It's 3:45 in the morning. Well, thank you for coming and hanging out. Soul Moons Rising, another channel member. Thank you so much. I work Wednesday to Sunday, so it really doesn't matter. Good to know. Weekends are no good for baggers and brews. I appreciate it. Noon out there in Australia with Justin Brown Primal Video. If you guys are not familiar with Justin Brown, definitely check out his content. He has an awesome channel, and I have certainly spent more than my fair share watching his content on a variety of different topics. So, 8:52 here in New York City. Up here in Albany, of course, it's the same time. So there seems to be a bug in the interface for this new thing. If you click on, for those of you who haven't done live streams, one of the things you can do is click on analytics, and you can actually watch a graph that shows you how many people are in the chat. And for some reason, big sections of the chart keep dropping out. So it'll be like this, and then like a section that looked like it was there just drops all down to 0 right in the middle of, which is historical, so it doesn't change, but some kind of weird fluky thing. Right. Aaron says weekends are for camping. Yeah, that's a good point, because we are heading into the warmer weather, and I'm definitely not going to be available on weekends in the summer to do live streams. So it's probably better that I keep them during the week. All right. So Hala's Simple Cuisine says, yes, I love Justin Brown channel and a big fan. I've had the opportunity of running into Justin on a couple occasions at a few events out in California. Of course, I'm trying to remember. Was it Vid Summit both occasions? Or I don't know if you were at Social Media Marketing World or whether I caught you there, but which I think is going on. Is that going on right now, Social Media Marketing World? I'm actually, so I bought my Social Media Marketing World ticket last year, but I ended up selling it back to them or exchanging it this year once I started to plan my conference, just because it pretty much takes an entire week for me to do that, and I have kind of committed to going to Vid Summit every year, at least for the time being. So I kind of had to decide. I didn't want to go to Social Media Marketing World and Vid Summit and then try to do my conference here. So I figured if I gave up Social Media Marketing World, then I could do some smaller regional type conferences over here on the East Coast. And I mean, so far it's worked out because after I did that, I got the invitation to speak at PodFest/VidFest down in Orlando, which is cool because it's, those opportunities to go somewhere for a weekend and, do like 3 days versus, the 6 or 7 days that I would have to put in if I went to Social Media Marketing World. I think it's a good trade, and I might try to get out to some other smaller couple-day events this year, and it just kind of frees up some of my time and money. Let's be, probably cost about $3,000 every time I travel out west. But yeah, I will definitely be at Vid Summit. And I don't know if you've ever been to New York, Justin, but you are certainly welcome to come hang out with us at People of Video. That is kind of a long flight, so. Osborne family, I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers. How can this happen? Number one tip is don't focus on trying to get 1,000 subscribers. Anybody who has the sole focus of trying to get subscribers is probably not going to get there, or you're going to get there in a way that's not really the right way. So if you want to grow a successful channel, which of course 1,000 subscribers and many more will come with having a successful channel, then focus on something that you're passionate about, be dedicated to it, be persistent, consistent, and patient on that topic. Make sure that you're putting out content on a regular basis. You are committing to making small improvements over time. You're not letting perfection get in your way in terms of not uploading content. So upload a video, watch it after the fact, pick something out that you can improve. I'll try not to spit on the camera, and make that improvement on your next video. Do that for 100 videos in a row, constantly working on making improvements, whether it's your lighting or your video, or maybe it is your script or not a script, bullet points, whatever it is. Make those small improvements over time, and you won't even have to worry about counting up to 1,000 subscribers, because once you build a focused audience, then the views and subscribers and all that stuff will just fall into place. It's the people who focus on those numbers that never get there, because that's not how YouTube works, and having those numbers alone don't do anything. So focus on the content, focus on getting better, and you won't even have to worry about how to get to 1,000 subscribers. All right. Absolute rule, got to roll out early night for me. Have a great night, Joe. All right. Justin will be in New York in July. Are you going to be in the, if you're going to be in the city? Oh, did you talk to Dan Norton about trying to coordinate a New York City Video Mastermind meetup? I feel like he might have mentioned that. Anyway, if you're in July and you do talk to Dan Norton about getting together for one of the video meetups in New York City. I'll definitely do my best to get down to the city for that. Right here. A few minutes left. If you guys have any questions, tag at Creator Fundamentals. We'll try to squeeze them in. Otherwise, we will be wrapping up here shortly. And Baggers and Brews, Creator Fundamentals. That advice has gotten us to over 708 months. Awesome. Congratulations on that. Great to hear that. Baggers and Brews is another awesome channel. Their content definitely stands out. They do a great job of editing it and putting it together. And I'm sure that the 708 months is just the start for you guys. You guys are going to kick some butt for sure. Have a good night, Justin. Take care. Good seeing you, Aaron. Thanks for coming and hanging out. All right, so we are going to wrap up here for the evening. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you want to receive future notifications on videos that can help you simplify YouTube, definitely click the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you get those alerts. And definitely come back and hang out with us next Wednesday, same bat time, same bat channel, 8 p.m. Eastern, have those questions ready. You can always tag at Creator Fundamentals during the live stream to get those questions answered on YouTube, YouTube News, your channel specifically, and I will certainly do my best to share whatever knowledge I may or may not have on the topic. So it has been a great evening to hang out with all of you, and we got 2 minutes, so I won't bail just yet, just in case there's any questions, but otherwise, let me scroll back here real quick. I think we're good on the questions. I appreciate you guys all coming and hanging out tonight. I see a bunch of familiar faces. I hope I see all of you back here again next Wednesday. And hey, I'd love to see your faces in person. Head over to peopleofvideo.com and check it out. All right, we're wrapping up. We're taking off. Have yourselves a good evening. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.